Guys, welcome back to DeFi, degens, drip, and farm for poverty. Where on this channel, our vision is to empower the impoverished by helping you find financial freedom through crypto assets. Please subscribe and leave a comment and a thumbs up. Hey guys, welcome back. DeFi, degens, drip, and farm for poverty. So as I mentioned in the previous video I just released, I said I would give you guys an update for the AMA. So it was a really long AMA and very, very detailed. And the most important thing, the TLDR that you really want to know from the AMA is the launch date. So the animal farm and everything will be fully live October 18th, and dogs crediting will start September 15th. I'm going to play a clip, and then those of you that want to tune out, go right ahead. But at least you'll get it straight from the GOAT himself. Shout out to Bartertown for putting this together. Then I'm going to go over the highlights that one of our ladies of the Faucet put together, Wonder Woman. So let's go ahead and listen to that clip first.
Be conservative with our dates. That way we know there's no way we're going to have any delays, because we're about to put high six figures into marketing these dates. So we needed to have a date that is conservative, that we know there's no way we would need to have any kind of delays. The dogs crediting finished, and we need to have the new UIs go up, and we need to have at least a month long of run up marketing. And then of course when we go live, we're going to continue this marketing, and our marketing budget will grow significantly. These are the dates. Okay, so I'll say it one more time. On the 15th of September, dogs crediting opens. By the 15th of September, the new UI and the new landing page will be up. On the 18th of October, everything goes live. We want to be conservative with our date.
There you have it. So that is the dates you wanted to hear. So October 18th, everything is live. September 15th, dog crediting opens up. Now let's jump into the actual highlights of the AMA. So again, shout out to Wonder Woman from Ladies of the Faucet, as well as forgot who does this other set of notes that's out there as well. Her name is in here somewhere. I want to give a shout out, but I don't remember who this one is. Apologies, but I'm gonna be reading from Ladies of the Faucet anyway, from Wonder Woman anyway for this one. So this is her homepage, so you can go through all the notes that she has. Does a great job, very detailed, and this AMA alone was 11 pages worth of notes. I'm not gonna read through all 11. We're gonna go through the highlights that she clipped out, and that's what everybody's looking to get information on. But definitely, if you want to read this, check it out. It's pinned. It's in Bartertown chat. I'll pin it as well in my chat, and definitely feel free to donate to her address in here. So highlights. The farm is an infinite loop that feeds itself, a series of positive feedback loops, and gives cash flow that comes from not selling our assets. The native assets are drip, dogs, and pigs tokens. So the animal farm, everybody that's waiting on it, goes live now October 18th. And the big thing is, like he mentioned, that 6 figures of marketing capital that is coming from the rewards being generated from the yield that's staked on the animal farm and then rehypothecated onto PancakeSwap. So that means every time people stake, get in and get out, the taxes and all this stuff of putting their assets on the animal farm, that's earning yield on the back end, and that is what he's using for this marketing. So that means there is an infinite amount of ability to continue to market. Obviously, some would be higher than others based on how many people are staking and what amount of capital is staked on the platform, but there's still constant inflow of marketing capital, and that is huge, huge, huge. So he also went over the highlights, saying how we're number one technically on Binance Smart Chain when you look at the number of native asset transactions. So PancakeSwap has the most volume and most money, but the bulk of what's being sold on PancakeSwap, or what's being transacted on PancakeSwap, is not the native cake token or even the PancakeSwap like NFTs. They have little bunnies and stuff like that. Most people go to the platform to just swap between other assets and get into the pools and stuff like that. So transaction volume by native asset, we would be number one in 90,000 in transaction volume last month alone, or this month, last month, July, I guess. The new UI for Drip and more utilities are coming after Scratchy in November. So we will see that then. We're going live again for the animal farm on October 18th. And he gave a sneak preview. I definitely want to show that. Let me pull that picture up because that is a big deal as well. Uh-oh. This is the preview of the new UI. Why does it keep saying that? All right, this is a preview of the new UI. For some odd reason, my picture viewer just decided it didn't want to play right. So it's going to be, again, more of this clean feel, similar to, like, again, what he was illustrating with the Charles Schwab template for drip. So it's meant to make this look less DeFi degenerate kind of feel. And he mentioned that many of the templates that are used in DeFi come from like the Pancake Swap kind of template. And I think our Animal Farm one is a little more advanced, but it's definitely not something you would show a standard businessman and say, hey, I want you to put, you know, $1 million in here or whatever the case may be. Like, remember the video I made about BlackRock? BlackRock controls pretty much 4 times the amount of money that the entire population has if you were to add it up. And you couldn't show the old Animal Farm website to BlackRock and say, hey, here's a great place to stake some capital. Not to say they're going to get into this, but it's just an idea to let you understand that there's lots of money that's sitting on the sidelines that is not in crypto, specifically not even in Bitcoin. And then for them to get all the way into DeFi and onto the Binance Smart Chain, and then to see a website that doesn't look to be the way that they're familiar with, then we're not going to capture that. DeFi originally was all about capturing kind of the degenerates and the gamified feel and stuff like that, and people can deal with all the colors and all that. But if you want to capture the larger audience with the most capital, it's got to look professional. So this is the new cleaned up look, and it's just going to have these 3 boxes to show the pools and farms and the native assets and stuff. And then at the top, basically a way to get information on each of the various assets and ways to stake on the platform. And also that one-step liquidity adding that we currently already have. So that way you don't have to leave the platform to go and put an LP token together or something like that. So this is going to be a game changer for sure. This is not the way most DeFi projects are laid out. So it's going to be interesting to see how this shapes up. And obviously, again, he's using the experience of other people in the traditional marketing space and what they say is a good idea to go forward with. So I think this is a great move. Some of you may have some nostalgia and allegiance to the old sites, but we are kind of tapped out in the existing space of investors and existing capital. So we have to reach out and expand. Remember that market adoption curve I told you about, and we need more people coming into DeFi to have these crypto tokens take on more utility and more adoption. Just a quick message. Please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. That does help the channel as well as help bring brand awareness to all Forex Shark related projects. Thanks. All right. He went into detail on dogs crediting. The short answer on dogs crediting is that if you had LPs, you will get LPs. If you had single asset dogs, you get single asset dogs. If you have LPs and you decide to get credited in LPs, then those tokens you'll get, they will be able to be split apart if you, not split apart. So if you take the LPs and not do single asset staking, then basically you'll be getting 2% of them per day, basically like the pigs vesting contract. And then after you get all 50 days are done and you have all 100%, you can withdraw them all and unpair them. And the minute you unpair them, you now will have your BUSD and BNB or whatever. So you'll have that. You can do with that what you want. But the dogs that you unpaired will be V2 dogs, and those will be subject to the new loyalty score and the 90% taxing and stuff like that. So what he's saying, if you have LPs, the best thing you can do is take the LP value of whatever that is and get the equivalent in single asset dogs. That way you're already taking away from that loyalty score tax that you would have to build up so that you aren't impacted on future dogs. But you can play it however you want to. Also, he mentioned the Dogs of Fortune game will come out after, I think about 2 to 3 weeks after the farm launches. So let's go into the roadmap here. I already mentioned about this competition. I showed you that in the other video. Audits. Real quick, he mentioned Paladin and Hacken. That's not on here, but there's two companies that have done audits, so it's going to be Paladin and Hacken. And then he also mentioned there's a third way that you can verify the contract yourself, which is an open source self-auditing tool that you'll be able to just click and audit not only the Animal Farm, but also any other DeFi project or something like that. And the roadmap. So again, the dates that you're looking for is basically from now until the 15th. He'll continue doing AMAs and stuff within the existing community. So he did mention one with Stunner. He did mention doing an AMA with Brandon from Drip Guide on like the 1st of September. And then he will probably have some more scheduled, sprinkled out. There's definitely a lot of new YouTubers that have popped up. And then the Animal Farm landing page, the new page for the Animal Farm, I believe the one that I just showed you guys, that new UI, should be done by the 15th. The dogs crediting will be done on the animal.farm. So not this, not animalfarm.app. This is incorrect actually. So animalfarm.app is the new domain where everything will be done, but the dogs crediting will take place. Let me just pull that up real quick for those of you who aren't even familiar. So this is the original Animal Farm site. So he talked about this in the AMA. And remember, this is also where we did pigs crediting, and this is where we sent the dogs into the crediting contract. So this is where you will be credited your dogs as well. You'll be doing them on the animal.farm. And he said the reason for this is that he doesn't want new people going to animalfarm.app, which is our new website, and that's where the new UI will be hosted as well. He doesn't want people going there being confused and not sure what to do. So this is a typo in here. So just for clarity, the old UI is theanimal.farm and the new UI is animalfarm.app, which will be updated with the new image that you see here, right? So I hope that clears things up for you guys. September 16th, hard and heavy marketing to non-crypto crowds starts till run up to Animal Farm launch. So this is what I mentioned in the previous video. This is where he talked about the 50 million Twitter followers. There was also something with the Binance contractors having 1 million followers, subscribers. This is where the YouTube ads would come in that he can start marketing to. So from the 16th through the 18th is where we'll see the most aggressive marketing, and that's where we can expect to see new capital coming into the space. So FYI, for those of you that are in right now, expect some potential additional downside volatility, especially in drip. So we saw a sell-off during the AMA, and I would imagine, because this is now another 6 weeks from today, actually, no, I'm sorry, take that back. 2 weeks from today before any real external marketing takes place. So if you're not in right now, you still have a good opportunity to possibly get drip at a lower price. I could see us trading sideways and a little lower until the new marketing starts to kick in, and that won't kick in until September 16th, technically. So keep that in mind as you dollar cost average or take your positions that there can be some more volatility. And October 18th is when the farm goes live. And 2 weeks later, Dogs of Fortune game. So that's what I mentioned earlier, 2 to 3 weeks. We should have, so by the end of November, by the end of October, or first week of November, should have the Dogs of Fortune Pigpen Hacker game that he mentioned. And Scratchy starts in November as well. So that is huge. So we still have just two more weeks, and we should start to see some of this new information getting disseminated and new ads and all that stuff. So it was bullish all around. There was some people expected the date to be earlier based on the previous AMA, but take it with a grain of salt. We now have a fixed date, so we will not be pivoting from that. And the way it sounds, he's done some extensive stress testing on this. This was not mentioned up here in the audit. And that was something that he says his team does that actual audit teams do not do. So they've actually put on a side chain and run scripts to test with tens of thousands of wallets to ensure that there's no issues when the contract launches. So I believe that we will have a low to no hiccup launch and everything will run smoothly. due to the diligence that Forex has placed on this and the amount of people he has on the team and everything else. So long and short recap, October 18th launch, from now to September 15th, you will be able to hear additional AMAs and information about the process going on. Starting September 16th through the 18th, there will be aggressive marketing on external platforms, on Twitter Spaces, YouTube ads, banner ads, all sorts of stuff like that. And then 18th we launch. So that is it for this one. Please like, subscribe. Again, pushing to 3K as always. Lift daily and achieve your impossible. See you guys.